are you? Are my beautiful sinners? I'm so sorry it's been so long to upload a video. I promised you weeks ago, but I was really sick first. It's just really sick. And then I ended up with, there's a short video that I will attach that's linked up. I ended up screwing up my protective barrier of my skin. I went up on my retinol dosage, and I had pretty much already built up to it and went with a stronger prescription, and oh my, my skin was just really needing some complete just resty, complete leave me alone. So I had to take some time to my skin. I couldn't apply foundation. I wasn't applying absolutely anything. Even washing it was stripping any moisture, very dry and irritated. I had parts here and under the eyes that were kind of peeling a little. So it's just like a purging stage, which is normal. And I should have known better. I'm very familiar with how retinol works and actives. And I had just built the strength on another type of retinol, though come in with very little product and maybe started 3 times a week. And just, even though I've been using retinol for about a year now, it still was a big drastic difference. And I did back-to-back days. So I did like a regular 3 days in a row. And the third day when I woke up, I was just like, oh my God, what is wrong with my skin? I wanted to cry. So I couldn't film anything, but we're here. We're gonna film. My skin looks like it's finally back. It's finally getting its bounce back. Really had to go with just very basic moisturizing cream to kind of just wash it when I needed to. If I had sunblock or something of the sort, no foundation. And I don't know if you guys have heard of Crave Beauty, but oh my goodness, I mean I had heard so much about Crave and their product called Great Barrier Relief, and how miraculous it is and how amazing it is when you really your skin is just very irritated, very dry, stripping, rosacea, eczema, things of that sort. And mine was, up there. So I did order one, but I knew it was going to take a bit long because it is K Beauty, Korean. But for the meantime, I started using the CeraVe moisturizing cream that dermatologist recommended, because it's just very basic. It just has ceramides and just no frills, just moisture, thick moisturizer, and just trying to repair my skin barrier. But once you use the Great Barrier Relief with Crave, it's amazing. Like my skin immediately just did a 360. So anyways, let's get started. Face, and I tried this Pat McGrath Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Primer. It is definitely pricey. One of my first purchases of Pat McGrath, I actually got it because it was on sale and I had a code, so I was like, let's try it. But it definitely blurs your skin. I was amazed when I applied it. I'm like, oh my God, my face looks airbrushed. It looks like I almost don't even need that much makeup. Just because I have freckles here that I cover, and the hollows here in my eyes that you can see. That's the only reason why, right there, you could see a little bit better where I would normally apply. Otherwise, to be home, nope, really wouldn't need that, but we'll see. So I'm gonna go in just here with a little bit of foundation, Jacobs, I talked to you guys about that in the other video. It's really beautiful. I loved it. Also got it on sale. I love a good sale. And we are going to be using the Naked. I was just waiting for this for the longest time. The Urban Decay Ultraviolet. I hadn't had a chance to play with it since all this happened, but here she is. She is a beauty, beauty. Look at all those gorgeous colors. So yeah, she's gorgeous. So we're gonna try her out. So let's start with just some, I guess, chatting. How has everybody been? I hope you guys all have been well and been safe. It seems things have not yet gone back to normal, and I don't think they really ever will. I'm not being pessimistic. I just think there's going to be a new normal, and we kind of have to adapt and work with what we have. Go ahead and make sure that that product becomes your skin. You don't want to just spread it, because that's all you're doing is spreading. You're not blending. If you're doing this, you want to make sure that you just get that foundation, blend it into your skin, and become one. So you could, no makeup, looks like makeup, but not makeup, but beautiful. It's you, but more beautiful. And that is what I like. If you can just, whatever makes you happy, whether it's putting on full cake face, whether it's on a soft glam, a full glam, you do you. And I can just give you tips on how to achieve the looks that you're going through, that you're trying to achieve. I don't even know what I'm saying. It's been so long that I've talked to anyone that I feel like I haven't talked at all to anyone, even though I do have family. But it's not makeup. Just gonna apply a little bit more on my freckle areas here, a little bit more. And so always remember to bring it down your neck so you don't have anything. And also even on your ears, if your hair is going to be pulled back. Mine is just right now, just so I can keep it out of my face. But sometimes when you have your hair up, you don't even remember, and you might have, if you have a different tone, it is going to, you know, show, and you don't want that to show everything. You want it to look flawless and all just natural, beautiful. And then once you've made sure that you're just stippling and everything is becoming one, you can automatically see when it is and when it's starting just to look like it's all your skin. You can blend softly. You want to, don't pound too hard. Not only your face gets damaged, but also it's not good for your brushes. Believe it or not, you do have to be careful with the brushes. You don't want to bend a brush that, for example, like this, one that is supposed to be flat, when you are moving, giving it a different movement that it should, those hairs in the bottom can start bending in, and that will destroy your brushes. Not to mention that it will also be too rough on your skin, and you really want to be careful with your skin. Trust me, after I pretty much had a chemical peel, is really what I kind of had done by putting too much retinol on my skin. You can really see how delicate your skin is and how it's begging you to listen to it. So when your skin wants you to listen to your skin. It needs gentle application and treatment when you, whether it's your skincare or whether it's your makeup. Guys, I've been using this new Sigma eye primer. I don't know if I mentioned it on the previous one. And they also have a one for the eye primer, eyeshadow. I don't know what I'm saying. That will grab onto your eyeshadows. Not as much, but it did interfere a little bit because my eyes were too dry, and it's meant for more for oily skin. So it just depends on how your skin type is, what you want to use. But this Sigma one, my point is that it is just beautiful. It's like silk. It just, I love applying it with my lids. Just warm up the product with your fingers, and it, whether you have dry, whether you have oily, you know, I'm usually dry, dehydrated on certain areas, but I am oily on some areas like my nose and chin. But anyway, my eyelids are usually on the dry side, but this is just, it's really, really, really nice. Okay, so let's see what we're gonna do here. I don't even know what colors to start. They're so pretty. Let's go with just first something very neutral and see how it applies. And this one is called Hacked. Oh, that's funny. I just had a dream last night that I was hacked. I mean, it's not funny, but it was a weird dream. So remember, you just want to kind of, when you're going to go into your brow bone here, under your brow bone, kind of want to go very gently. So this is part that's going to be blended in seamlessly with the colors that you want. So you want to hold your brush closer to the end very lightly, and you're going to go back and forth and circles out and in. That's what's going to give you that really nice blend once you have your whole look. And see there, all you're doing is you're basically just defining how you want your eyeliner to be. So that's basically all we're doing right now, is just kind of getting an idea of how our eye will be defined. If you're going to want it really far out, if you're going to want it just a little too, just go back and forth very lightly, and then you can do circles out and in, and that's blending that product up a little bit higher. It's very neutral, so it's not going to be showing, but when we apply our lighter color up here, it's going to blend seamlessly, and that's of course what we want. So okay, we went with just a very light one. So now I'm going to go full straight on, and let's just do a dark purple look. What the hell, I mean, we got a purple palette, let's go full on. I'm gonna try Warning. Ooh. Okay. You guys, I am so happy I'm putting on makeup. I'm just like, it just makes me so calm, and I get to take my time, and it's just like me time, you know. That's really the one thing, it's like just me time. This last week was, the last 2 weeks I have been horrific. I really, this year needs to be over. If it's not one thing, it's another, and I'm just done with 2020. So can we please get a redo? Like, just we'll get this over with. But anyway, but I also once I started feeling much better, and just trying to get out of that headspace. So unfortunately, when you have problems physically, it also affects you mentally, and that's okay. People deal with things differently, and I kind of was, you know, a bit down just knowing how I really couldn't do much, but not just the makeup. I mean, obviously, just different things going on. But yeah, I wanted to make sure that I kind of just snapped out of it, and I did, finally, thankfully. And I was working on some, I guess you could say, crafts. That's a pretty one. Let's put an actual, just with your regular eyeshadow brush, just like ones that I've showed you to pack on the color. I'm gonna do the darker purple here on the outer. Maybe a halo eye would be nice today. But anyway, so I started doing some reading and just looking up new books that I hadn't really had a chance to read. Then I have my niece is pregnant. She's actually already 8 months. So I wanted to do a few things for her. And I had saved my son's, my youngest, round crib. And he was a boy. He is a boy. He was a boy. He's a boy. And it was this bassinet. It's one of those, it has a really nice, ruffles and lace everywhere. I don't know if you're familiar with round cribs, but anyway, I had designed the bedding for him. Originally it was just pure white. All the really options were either pure white or blue. So I didn't want to do just blue. I didn't. I wanted to do something that was going to be a little bit different because, I'm different. We're different. So I ended up fixing up his and did black bows. I made some really pretty black bows all over the bedding, on the outside and the top. It was so pretty. So I had asked her if she wanted easier, a little bit better. I don't. Sometimes So yes. And anyway, I had the black bows, but I took them off. They're all sewn in, so it was really hard. But I did manage to get everything sewn off and made it into the colors that my niece is having her nursery. And I mean, of course, I asked her if she wanted the crib first, and she did. And so I took it out of storage, got it cleaned, and I made all the bows. I'm sorry, I'm like going crazy here. I made all the bows gray because her room is gonna be silver, like a gray silver with a very light pink, very soft, like a petal pink. So night and stars type of theme. So we made her this name plaque, which we made my son when he was born. So my husband cuts the wood and does his name, huge piece of wood, and cuts the wood, and I mean, really crazy. And we went ahead and, we were working on that and painting the wood, and I was working on the bows and sewing bows into the round cribs bedding, and just did all of the bedding, and it was just really, really nice. It had me occupied. I had something, to be doing and have my mind on, and not just be thinking of all the things that are going on and were going on at that moment. So it really just kind of really helped me get into a little better. Sometimes you just need some time and just, focus on other things. Really nice purple. Very, very nice purples. Really like them. Now let's see what we're gonna add on. I'm gonna add this Lucid, which is like a I guess like a highlight shade. It's kind of weird because it's almost like it has, I should have done my eyebrows first, like a greenish tint to it. I don't know, it's weird. It's pretty, but when it's on, it's almost like a white with a kind of greenish tint in the background. Wow, that is different. Okay, now let's see which one we're going to use in the middle here. I'm going to see which shiny. We have Cyberpunk, Warning, or Purple Dust. Purple Dust, I think. Yeah, that's like super. Let's do Purple Dust. Let's try with our finger first. Sometimes those apply nicer. Ooh, that's pretty. Okay, let me see if it applies nicely with a brush. Because sometimes it just depends. Yeah, I think it applies better with the finger. So I would recommend you to do that. So we'll just do it that way. No biggie. And just right in the middle. Just pat it in there. It's so pretty because I don't know if it's showing on camera. This shimmer has like a metamorphic type of color to it, where it really changes depending on when light hits it. Like there, it's actually looking bluish, and then as I turn, it looks more pink, but from straight angle, you can see the, dark purple. So pretty. I didn't expect it to have that kind of okay. Just blend that in a little better. Blend that in. Ooh, I like it. I like it. Just on the corner there a little bit. And it's so weird because since it has like a really pretty, very pretty highlight to it, but it's almost green as well when you turn. So it's very, very pleasantly surprised with how it's looking. Which of course you kind of expect that from somebody like Urban Decay. Just depends on what colors you're into and which palette's the one that's more you. Let me add a little bit of black here, just to make it a little bit darker on the outer edge, just very softly, just because you guys know I like it dark looks. Just give it a little more of that halo look we want. Oh yeah, that looks nice. Yeah, very pretty. Very, very pretty. I am so happy with this palette. I wasn't sure if I was gonna completely love it because it's tricky with purples. You can go really wrong with purples. But very nice. Okay, let's do the bottom before I forget. I'm almost forgetting. Shimmery here on the bottom. And you know what? It actually does not have as much fallout as I expected. Now you may have noticed that I did not go in with concealer under my eyes today. It's not that I don't need them, because you definitely do, but the reason is because my skin just now is getting its barrier repaired, and just now, you know, getting a little bit more comfortable with my skin. I don't want to add too much of anything to those very sensitive parts. So I'm definitely not going to go in and just dust this off that I definitely not going to go in and go crazy. And end up messing up my under eyes again, because that was horrible. I don't think my heart could survive that again. Very, very pretty. I really, really like it. There, I don't even have brows. Let's do brows and lashes and just kind of, let me see. Let's do. So yeah, that is that. So I've done my brows really quick. As you know, I don't do a lot. And here we go, lashes. Love, love, love this mascara. The Legit lashes. It has two sides. One is volume and one is curl and length. And it like really looks like you kind of have falsies. Like I don't. But it looks so pretty. And I also did a colored line pencil, and it just kind of made everything pop. I believe it's called, I'm trying to get the color here if I can find it. It's kind of more of a magenta purple, but it definitely goes with the look, right? Yeah. So let's put a little bit of contour here. Let's try to hide our eating too much these months. Actually, the last 2 weeks, no, I was not eating too much since I was sick, and I actually lost weight, which is great. That's always great. Maybe not the best way, but it's great. And some blush, and we want to apply it. I need to apply it for my face shape, so you want to apply it to what's going to be your face shape. A lot of people just go directly, oh, the apple of the eye, just right here. But depending on your face shape, certain blush looks really nice when you bring it up higher, and it gives you a more lifted look. I mean, what blush can do is amazing. People don't realize it's not just contouring that frames or defines, you know, your eyes, your face. No, it has a lot to do with blush also. Blush is, you know, a big, big part. And I don't think people realize how big of a part it is. But it is. Okay, so I didn't really obviously do a lot on my face. Normally I would have maybe gone a little heavier, a little more, didn't even really contour or do any of that extra stuff, because like I said, I just want to be gentle on my skin as much as I can. Now let's do, all I need here then are lips. Should we go bold and do a bold red? Or should we go with soft? I say let's do bold. Right? Why not? Let's do bold. I'm trying to find my little mirror. What the hell? I can do it all here. So I don't really overline my lips, especially on the lower. I have full lips. But even if you want to make your lips look bigger, work on your upper lip. Do that on your upper lip, not on the bottom lip. It does not look good when you do like over a line exaggerated on the bottom. Like, you don't need to do the bottom. And whatever happened to our Cupid's bow, people? That's another question. What happened to the Cupid's bow? Why are all these looks of all these girls that are going over it, and they just have like a round, like a semicircle here? They just go over it. Are we kidding? Like, the Cupid, having a Cupid's bow, you know, is super sexy, and you can still look like you have plumped, nice lips. You just, oh, this, I think it's a brand new one. I got the lipstick sale, buy one, get one free on National Lipstick Day. Always take advantage of a few ones. I got some Too Faced, my favorite. I had completely run out of this and forgotten about it. And got some MAC, and got some Sugar Pill. Oh, I got, that's one I should have used. Oh, just remembered, I really should have gone with a Sugar Pill. Let me show you. I already put the red liner though. Oh, I can't believe I don't remember. The new Sugar Pill I got is called Vertigo. I'll just swatch it. It is a really nice dark, kind of like a grayish purple. I don't know if it's gonna show off, but it has glittery effects. See it there? Like shimmery blues. No, I don't think the camera's gonna pick it up. Oh, it's just a beautiful, beautiful color. Could do it on here, or probably look more. It's just these sparkle. Like when you really look. I should have done it like this to see how I got one with my eyes. Yeah, that would have looked so pretty with that purple. Should I take the red eyeliner off? I mean lip liner. No, we're already in. Next time. It is just such a pretty color. I love Sugar Pill too. Oh, they're so good. Their liquid lipsticks are so good. They don't dry your eyes. I don't even know what I'm saying. Oh my God. They don't dry your lips. They don't get all ugly and flaky. They're just really nice. And they stay on all day. I love them. And they're pretty inexpensive. So, hey, who doesn't like that? I've had way more expensive products, lip products that have totally ruined my lips. Maybe a little bit too red for the purple. I think the purple would have looked so much better if I would have done the pinky purple, because that's kind of what it is, like a pink purple. But that's okay. So now that I have my silver hair, it's like real. I have all my whole like bangs now. I finally was able to get to be all silver. Oops, picking up a little lilac here, probably because of the colors. I don't know. But so yeah, let's focus on the look. Finished. And this was our beautiful palette that made this look possible. No, this is not sponsored. It was not gifted. I bought this with my own money. And yeah, I love it. I love it. I actually have to give this a really good review. Urban Decay usually does not disappoint. So very happy with that. Okay guys, I'm so glad I got to do this and have one day of makeup with you guys. And hopefully we can keep doing this again. Another couple of days, I should have another posted. And look at my crazy hair. I'll get that under the wig. It's just a mess. Okay, now that's a whole other story. Gotta fix my hair. But all right, nice seeing you guys.